let's start with Justin Fields. You may have heard of him, the quarterback of the Chicago Bears, who got his 2 series in, as we sort of predicted, and his 3 pass attempts, his 3 completions, and, he's arrived, obviously. He is him, and 129 yards. As we jump into our Fields guide here, nice and simple, 3 for 3, 129 yards, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, no sacks. Jersey did not get dirty. He didn't scramble at all, Greg Braggs Jr., as you wanted. Just really the perfect preseason game. We do not have to bring up, and I promised I would not bring up the fact that he had negative air yards in the game. So I will not bring that up. I promise that won't be covered here on the show. That all 3 passes were actually behind the line of scrimmage. Regardless, pretty much as clean as you can get from an offensive standpoint. And the weapons are there because, as we'll get into here, the guys showed up. They helped them out.
Eli Sherman's got this Meatball Island population is booming, and just to go there right now, Justin Fields, and this is an accurate, cannot be disputed fact, 3 for 3 for 129 and 2 touchdowns. Let's extrapolate that out. That means for a game this year, if he keeps up that pace, he would, for a full game, not just playing 1 quarter, he would go 12 for 12 for 516 yards and 8 touchdowns. So completion percentage, 100. Yards, 516, 8 touchdowns, just 2 a quarter, no big deal. He's in range of that. And so if you extrapolate that to the end of the year, it's 204 for 204. 136 touchdown passes and 8,772 yards. And I don't see anything about this that doesn't check out.
We've never had a 4,000-yard passer. We're going to have an 8,000-yard
right,
passer.
and people don't believe he's going to be in the MVP conversation. I don't get it.
I don't know who's saying that he won't be the MVP on this show, other than me, who said I don't think he's going to be the MVP. But seriously,
we're living on Meatball Island, baby.
Meatball Island.
There it is. Looks lovely.
I have to say, it looks tastier with the hat on. A little cheese sprinkled on there, too, a little Parmesan.
Great job by our super producer, Steven, here. It was as good as it gets. The first ever pass we see Justin Fields to DJ Moore in Soldier Field. You said it. Throw him a slant on the first pass. Well, they threw him a screen pass, and he took it to the house. This is what we talked about, and a lot of Bears fans trying to get people to understand, hey, he shouldn't have to do it all himself, and that's what he did last year. He had to do it all himself. Now you get him some weapons, some skill guys that can do things on their own right, and look what happens. 1 play, 1 touchdown from DJ Moore.
Well, in all seriousness, yeah. You said we built out our ideal Justin Fields game. You wanted to see a touchdown to DJ Moore, and I was like, oh, okay, like that is kind of living on Meatball Island. I don't even know if DJ Moore is going to play. If he does, are they really even going to get him involved that much? He gets the ball 1 time and just runs away from the entire Titans team. That was a really impressive play.
And the funny thing about it is, as amazing and how much fun it was, and I went crazy, especially after the second touchdown to Khalil Herbert, because it's just 2 long touchdowns like that. You just can't help it as a fan. But at the same time, it was like the best, worst scenario for Fields in the offense, because it was the best because it was awesome. But then both drives happened in 2 seconds. They didn't get a chance to run 10 plays and get down the field and do all these different things. We'll just have to wait till next week, and I'm totally fine with that. But that was part of my hey, I'd prefer a long drive over the 1 play home run.
We all would, but
you're being very picky.
Let's just.
Wanted the
I'll take
the
my
intermediate
meatballs.
throws.
I'll take my meatball dinner.
Let's just dial in that Luke Getsy and this show, mainly me, are on the same exact wavelength. I asked for a play action pass to start the ball game. That's exactly what they did. Kari Blasingame, I see you in the chat. Blasingame's been popping at training camp. I'm like, are they going to start throwing Blasingame the football? First play of the game, here comes the Blasingame. That's a game that I like to play. Bang, bang. All of a sudden, we're picking up a first down nice and easy. Then we kept it on the ground for a second, back to the air. Throw was even a step behind DJ Moore, and he's DJ God, and partied his way to the end zone.
So would you now say that dink and dunk brings the funk?
Sure, Greg.
Okay.
Let's bring the funk with the dink and
Bring the
dunk.
funk with the dink and dunk.
I said earlier this week, dink and dunk gets you sunk, but I'm willing to be proven wrong that Dink and Dunk brings the funk.
Well, and that's what we
We all did want to see him throw the ball down the field, but he didn't have to do it.
Well, and
today.
to Carm's point during the game, he said, what we've seen at training camp is what we're seeing today on a few different levels, and we're going to talk about some of the different aspects of that. But from an offensive standpoint, this is what we've been seeing at training camp. The short passing game, checkdowns, intermediate stuff, it's all been underneath. They haven't thrown the ball much downfield. And that was an observation I made, and I know to the chagrin of some Bears fans, not complaining. I'm just like, this is weird. But now all of a sudden, one game in, two checkdowns, go to the house. Hey, sign me up. It was so much fun to watch, and you can already see where DJ Moore is just going to be a serious weapon for this team. But
I mean, DJ Moore looks awesome. It's a great development.
It's amazing.
It's pretty much, if there's one for sure thing on this team right now that you feel great about, it is that they got Justin Fields, a legitimate dude.